Thank you for joining us on the Arizona Day Wildcat. We got a special guest today, Mr. Bill Walton. Thank you for joining us.
Great to be with you. What an incredible program you guys have down there at Arizona, and we're just so proud. And the privilege that I have to be a part of the Conference of Champions. And the Arizona Wildcats, they are the standard bearers for our conference, and it's just wonderful to see how many different ways they're able to contribute to make our world a better place.
Why did you decide to get into broadcasting yourself?
The most unlikely and foolish career choice of all time. When I started, they looked at me and they said, "Come on, Walton, we're not putting you on television. You got red hair, you're 6'11", big nose, freckles, goofy, nerdy-looking face. You can't talk, you're a lifelong stutterer, and you're a deadhead." But now that was 28 years ago. Who would have ever thought? And to be able to be a part of the game, because my whole dream is always been to be a part of something really special. I mean, I had the greatest childhood ever, the greatest parents ever. My parents, zero interest in sports. My dad was a social worker, an adult educator, and a music teacher. My mom was a librarian. But I found basketball early on in my life, and I had an incredible coach when I was first starting out, 8 years old. And he taught me about the joy and the love and the hope that sports can mean in your life. Now, my first coach, Rocky, he was a coach, volunteer coach at our elementary school for 59 years. Never took a penny. When he died, he was the richest guy I've ever known. Now, I cannot tell you today whether my first coach, Rocky, knew anything about sports, but he knew life, and that's what sports have meant to me. And then from there, I had Chick Hearn in my life. Chick Hearn, the greatest broadcaster ever. He was the Laker broadcaster for all those years, and I had a little transistor radio. There was little Billy at home under the pillows and the covers at night with the radio to my ear, and to be able to hear his sense of joy in life and what he meant to me, what he meant to everyone in Southern California. Basketball is popular in Southern California because of Chick Hearn, and you know, those were my guys in sports. And then I went to great schools, had fantastic teachers and coaches and heroes and role models, Bill Russell and Muhammad Ali in sports, and Bobby Kennedy, Sergeant Shriver, Martin Luther King in social issues in the political world of the day, and then all the musicians that really sort of shaped my life. And you know, I'm a big music guy, and music is a reflection of who we are as a culture, and it's a window to our souls. And you know, Bob Dylan, Jerry Garcia, Neil Young, Jimmy Cliff, and all the different guys, John Lennon, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. It's an endless list, and I'm going to leave somebody out, so I'll just stop right there.
Well, the passion is clearly evident with you, but you also...
But think about Coach Wooden's pyramid of success and the cornerstones of that incredible path to a better life. Industriousness, enthusiasm. Do you love what you're doing, and are you willing to work at it? And I loved basketball. And I loved practice. And I just love life. I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I never thought, Saul, that I would be healthy. At this point in my life, I've had 37 orthopedic operations. Today, I have no pain. I take no medication. And I never thought I'd be happy in love. And I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I'm married to Lori. And so the joy that's in my life, that the world has given me. I mean, the greatest life ever. I mean, my dreams have come true, and to be a part of this Arizona basketball program, I'm so lucky to be able to broadcast so many of their games, because their games are always so good, so entertaining, so inspirational. And Sean Miller, I'm just a huge fan of everything that U of A is doing with Dave Hickey and Bobby Robbins, the new president there of U of A, and he was here at the game today in Colorado. And a tough call, a tough weekend for the Wildcats up here, but you know, that's when you're old and in the way like I am at 65. You know, you learn life's greatest lessons over the course of of your failures in life, and for the Wildcats to be able to not get it done today, but they were outplayed today. Colorado was a better team, and you have to be able to accept that.
Just one of the things that we wanted to talk to you about going into your preparation before games. You were here almost 2.5 hours before the game, and then you also do a lot of research on the university that you're going to be doing play-by-play on. What goes into that, and what kind of steps do you take to really inform the audience of the great things that happen at these campuses?
I love knowledge, and I'm a huge believer that science and facts and technology are our key to a better tomorrow. And to grow up in a culture where my parents, it was all about education, and it was all about reading. My mom, the librarian, we grew up without a television set. And so to be able to come and spend so much of my life still on the college campuses. And what I love about college is it's really the startup world. It's the guys coming with a dream of this is what I want in my life, and then learning how to get what you want. And that's what I had, to have a John Wooden, a Chick Hearn, a Rocky in my life, to have all these people who I looked up to and idolized and had this vision of, I knew from a very early age that I was going to be in the NBA. That's what I wanted. But college was where those dreams really came true, and it made the greatest friendships. My wife is from UCLA, where I went to college, and all my teammates, and to be able to learn all these great stories about the people, about the programs, about the purpose, about the path forward in life. And so, the way the universities have pushed us to a better world. And so all the knowledge, all the science, all the information, the great storytellers, that's what I'm into. And I love to read, I love to learn all these stories, and to then come out and witness the performance, because that's what basketball is about. It is performance, it is skill, it is the accumulation of a lifetime of, this is what I want, and I know how to get there, and I'm going for it today. Because in basketball, basketball is it's really a window to the world. Because in basketball, you don't have to wait. You have to wait for the start of the game, but once that game starts, there's no waiting. You're going for that ball. And to see what Sean Miller is able to do to take these young men and to build them up. And over the course of the years that I get to see him play in this current crop, and to see what Deuce Ristich has been able to do with Alonzo Trier and little PJC and all these guys who have come so far now with DeAndre Ayton and Raleigh Alkins and Brandon Randolph and Dylan Smith and Ira Lee and all these different guys. And then over the course of time to see them grow up and become men and to go out into the world and to see what University of Arizona has meant to the entire world in so many different ways, and now to know the new president, Bobby Robbins, just fantastic. Dave Hickey, I'm the luckiest guy in the world, Saul. I've got dreams, and they come true.
Well, Bill Walton, I can't express to you how lucky we are to have you on our show today.
You have the equation wrong. I'm the lucky guy. I was here, and I get to do so many of the games, and I remember them all, and I will remember this game in particular because there was, Colorado, Boulder, just a spectacular special place, a launching pad to the universe. And I'll tell you, we saw some new launches, some new talent come through today. That was very special and a privilege for me to be a part of it. I'll always be able to say, Saul, that I was here. I was here.
Well, thank you, Bill Walton, for joining us today. That's Bill Walton, folks, the one and only here on the Arizona Daily Wildcat.